to the Sunnah, and we still need to do that. Akhi Muzammil, correct?
Yes, because I think we.
So just give me another minute and a half.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
That's a different device. I've just got that device with me now, and let me sign in. Log in. Okay, almost there.
Okay, mashallah.
Moving over to lesson 8. طيب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اتبع هداه أما بعد. So, I haven't shared the screen, correct?
No, not yet.
Let me share that, inshallah. Okay, so relevant to what was being discussed earlier, Hanif was asking about whether this is a correct sentence to say al-baytul jadidu al-jamilu. And the answer is conclusive that it's not, because there's no khabar. And what is relevant to that is the discussion, the question that came last lesson about exercise 9 in Dars al-Sabi'. And I've just seen Zaid also asking the same question again, which is what I promised to do, that we get a chance to go back. Dars al-Sabi', at-Tamreen at-Tasi'. This was, I think, one of the most challenging lessons that exercises that we've done so far. And there were quite a few questions that came from it, and people were somewhat confused about it. So it's irrelevant, inshallah, pertinent to go back to it. Where's it gone? That's number 7, that's number 8. Here it is. Here's number 9. Tamreen at-Tasi', and it goes over 2 pages. Okay, so what is the purpose of this exercise? It's actually, it opens up a door for us. This exercise does. Okay, why is it that I can't annotate on this? Normally I'm able to. You just bear with me while I share this properly.
Mm-hmm.
There's that writing tool that we use to open the file. There it is. So this discussion has basically opened up the purpose of the exercise in Dars al-Sabi', Tamreen al-Tasi', about using dhu. Share the screen again. This time we'll do it better. Okay. So let's go now to that exercise. What's there? Which one is it? Rabi', Sadis, I think it's here it is. Tamreen at-Tasi'. He said, اقرأ الأمثلة ثم أكمل كلا من الجمل الآتية مستعملا ذو. Now, we already studied dhu. And what we said was, dhu, it behaves as na'at to the word that came before it. And it also is a mubtada, it's a mudaf to the word that comes after it. And one of the brothers was saying that this is na'at, so where is the mubtada and where is the khabar? So this takes us, I want to discuss this issue of mudaf and mudafun ilayhi. Okay? Because there is a difference between, now, when we were, I want to take you back to book one, where there was, I mentioned to you before that in book one, the way that the information is presented, they are economical with the truth. They don't tell you the full picture. And they do that just to get the basic concepts in your mind, and then later on you're able to expand upon that. So let's go to a whiteboard, and I'll tell you what we did in book one with regards to mudaf and mudafun ilayhi. We introduced this lam of milk, and there was in situations where it was هذا الكتاب وهذا الدفتر لمحمد وذاك لحامد هذا الدفتر لمحمد وذاك لحامد. So then the way I explained it to you guys back then was to say that, well, this is the same as saying هذا دفتر, you see it? هذا دفتر محمد. هذا دفتر محمد. So دفتر محمد مضاف المضاف إليه, this was the reasoning that we had presented. And it was actually a semi-truth. It was a semi-truth. It was a good way to bring the idea of mudaf and mudaf ilayhi to the minds of the students, and it worked, and it works quite well. هذا دفتر محمد. So the question was always, well, why does this only have one dhamma though there's no alif or lam? And the answer is because it's mudaf, and it's originally ad-daftar. And why does this one have two kasras though there's no harf al-jar? Well, because it's
mudaf ilayhi.
And we said, and originally this is, li Muhammadin, and this is ad-daftaru. So this is the original format, and that's the reason why there's only one dhamma, because there's this hidden alif wal lam, and there's this reason why there's this two kasras, because there's this hidden lam. Okay. Now this, though it is true to a large degree, it gives us the impression that the mubtada is always, I keep saying mubtada. Somebody sent me a voice note yesterday and saying, teacher, in that particular lesson we did, you said, what is the hukm i'rabi of the mubtada? And there's no mubtada in that sentence. There was a fi'l and there was a fa'il. So obviously that was basically a slip of the tongue, and it's happening again now. I'm referring to mudaf as mubtada by mistake. This word here, adaftaru, this is your mudaf. And this way of explaining, it gives the impression that the mudaf is always ma'rifah. And today you're going to find out that that's not the case. Okay? So the answer to this problem is, if the mudafun ilayhi is ma'rifah, then the mudaf is ma'rifah. And if the mudaf ilayhi is nakira, indefinite, then the mudaf is also nakira. Let's give you an example. هذا هذه سيارة المدير. This is the head teacher's. This is the head teacher's car. Mudaf, mudafun ilayhi. Tell me about mudafun ilayhi. Ma'rifa or nakira?
معرفة.
Ma'rifa or nakira?
معرفة.
How do you know it's ma'rifa?
But there is a alif lam on it.
Because it has alif lam. Because it has alif. So it's ma'rifa. So therefore, the car also becomes
معرفة.
ma'rifa. Let's have another example. هذه سيارة. I'll write that properly. هذه سيارة تاجر. هذه سيارة تاجر. تاجر معرفة أو نكرة؟
نكرة.
How do you know?
There is tanween and no alif lam.
No, Ahsan, because over here there's tanween. There's no alif or lam. It's any business, the car of a merchant. So because the mudaf ilayhi is nakira, then you will say that this mudaf is also nakira. Khalas? Now, the reason I'm able to tell you this now is because you've already understood the concept of mudaf and mudaf ilayhi from book 1, and you've practiced it so many times that you know that mudaf will only have one dhamma, and the mudaf ilayhi will take 1 or 2 kasras. So now I don't need to go into the story of alif or lam and the lam of the milkiyah and that type of stuff. What we just did now, it negates everything that you studied in book 1 with regards to the reasoning. Okay, but this is the true picture of mudaf and mudaf ilayhi right now. If the mudaf ilayhi is ma'rifah, the mudaf is ma'rifah. If the mudaf ilayhi is nakira, then the mudaf is nakira. And now, where's the relevance of this? The relevance of this comes to dhu. We said that dhu is always going to be mudaf. So al-kitabu dhu al-ghilafi al-ahmari. الكتاب ذو الغلاف الأحمر. Okay, where's the mudaf? Where's the mudaf ilayhi?
ذو is مضاف. غلافي is مضاف إليه.
Can we say, Ustad, the both al-ghilaf al-ahmari is mudafun ilayhi for dhu?
No, so quite simply we're going to say that al-ghilaf, this is mudafun ilayhi. Zayd, just seeing your question, just hold your question, okay? And focus with me on dhu. because it's possible that the example I gave with Siyara and Mudir and that one with Tajir doesn't work as well than it does with Dhu. Okay, I think what I want to, what I actually want to clearly state that Dhu, when it is mudaf ila ma'rifa, then it is ma'rifa, and when it is mudaf ila nakira, then it is nakira. Okay, so therefore the point is, and here's the relevance. Al-Kitab, this is Mubtada. Sahih?
So,
مبتدا مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة الظاهرة على آخرها وآخره. ذو الغلاف, we ask you where's the mudaf and mudaf ilayhi, and basically, so this is the mudaf. Al-ghilaf, quite simply, is mudaf ilayhi because that is what is attached to it. And Al-Ahmari is describing the ghilaf by saying it's red. So when I said Al-Kitabu Dhul Ghilaf Al-Ahmari, Dhu, is it Ma'rifa or Nakira?
Ma'rifa.
This is Ma'rifa. So this is the same as me saying Al-Bayt Al-Kabiru. When my Mubtada is here, and what I have after it is also Ma'rifa. In that case, this cannot be khabar. This is the same question that Hanif asked at the beginning of the lesson. Al-Baytul Jadidul Jamilu. Ma'rifa, Ma'rifa, Ma'rifa. So where's the khabar? You need Nakira to produce the khabar, correct? So here, in this case of the second example, example number 2, Al-Baytul Kabiru, let's give it a khabar. Al-Baytul Kabiru
مفتوح.
Maftuhun. And Maftuhun, this is the khabar.
So,
Okay? And it's possible that we call Al-Baytul Kabiru, all of it as Mubtada. No problem. That's part of the discussion. That's fine. Here we have exactly the same situation. Dhu is Ma'rifa. How do we know it's Ma'rifa? Because the Mudaf ilayhi is Zayd, you with me?
Ma'rifa.
The Mudaf ilayhi is also Ma'rifa. So this is Ma'rifa. Al-Ahmar is describing the Mudaf ilayhi. So in actual fact, everything we have here is Ma'rifa, Ma'rifa, Ma'rifa. So there's no khabar. So when I say Al-Kitabu Dhul Ghilaf Al-Ahmari, I'm waiting for some information. So what information can you give me about the book with a red cover? For example, Tahta al-Maktabi. Or you can say, more likely case is going to be ala sariri. Al-Kitabu dhul ghilaf al-ahmari ala sariri. So all of this is representative of Mubtada, and this is representative of Khabar. Now let's change it around. Let's change the situation around now. When I use Dhu as Mudaf, but it's Mudaf to Nakira. Al-kitabu, let's do it in blue so it's easier to, same pattern. Al-kitabu ذو غلاف أحمر
أريد.
الكتاب ذو غلاف أيوة comes here.
أحمرين.
أحمرين. Who said that? Cough, cough.
I said.
Tongue.
Yeah. أحمر.
Mari.
أحمر.
What should it be? فتحة ضمة كسرة تنوين. Give me something.
أحمري
Mari.
مرة مرة
Marah saya. Marah.
مرة
أحمر. لماذا؟ ممنوع من الصرف and it is not of غلاف. خلاص. الكتاب ذو غلاف أحمر. So الكتاب, this is your معرفة. This is معرفة. So this is your مبتدا. And because ذو is mudaf to Nakirah, then it's Nakirah. So therefore it can be khabar. Now it makes sense that I'm giving somebody information that he didn't know. Imagine I'm on the phone. I went to the bookshop and I phoned home. They said, "What's the book like?" You said, "Al-kitabu dhu ghilafin ahmara." The book has a red cover. Does it make sense?
So one little confusion in above sentence, why Ahmar is appearing as with kasra? Yani,
Oh, because of alif lam.
okay,
Because
so
the discussion, always remember that the discussion of mamnu' al sarf is when there's no alif lam. It's about the tanween, right? Tanween not being able to appear. That's the reason. And because dhul ghilafi is with alif lam, so then al ahmar is the nat is going to also take alif lam. Yeah. So once you've understood this, now tell me, has anyone not understood this? Now, question: what is nakira? Nakira basically it means unknown or indefinite. Unknown or indefinite. Okay. You know, the quickest way to get an answer in this class is to put it in the chat box. Am I writing with a notebook? Are you right? I'm sorry. That was a survey that you did.
Yeah, I just wanted to, kind of raise that point because I think
Okay. What is
it really helps.
Can you tell me what is mufrad? Mufrad means singular. Singular. Okay, no problem. Somebody said they haven't understood. It's not a problem. And it's important to understand it because I believe that this exercise, ad-dars as-sabi', tamreen at-tasi', this is the breaking point between book 1 and book 2. You know, it's from book 1 all the way to that exercise, everything is clear. And this is the true implementation of everything that you guys know. And if you don't understand it, going forward is going to be slightly pointless. So it's important to understand this. So we're going to take it one step basic. I'll take you back to book 1, Dars al-Awwal. Okay, you said, هذا مسجد. Okay, we didn't tell you in those days that this is, where's my pen gone, color gone? That this is mubtada and this is khabar, but that is the case. Okay, and you can notice that the mubtada is a ism ishara, and one thing, and you can notice that the khabar is nakirah, which means it's indefinite. This is a masjid. Okay, and this sentence, as just been reminded by one of the attendees, is called jumlatun ismiyatun. It's a sentence which begins with a noun. Jumlatun ismiyah. هذا مسجد. مبتدا and khabar. Ism ishara. هذا. This is ma'rifah. Okay, because we know that the difference of ma'rifah and nakirah with aliful lam. But you should also know that the ism ishara is also ma'rifah, and that's why it can be mubtada. It can be mubtada. If, for example, I said to you, sayyaratun jamilatun, sayyaratun jamilatun, a beautiful car. Let me say that to you in English and tell me how you feel. A beautiful car. What are you thinking?
Incompletion.
It's incomplete. What about a beautiful car, Ustad? Why are you saying a beautiful car? You're waiting for something. Barakallahu feek, ahsantum. Sayyaratun jamilatun. So I have to say something to give you, indication of why I said those words. So I'm going to say something like hadihi sayyaratun jamilatun. And that's a complete sentence. This is a beautiful car. And hadihi is ism ishara, is ma'rifah. Basically, it's a definite. It's in the definite form. And it is what starts the sentence off, which is mubtada. All of this happened in a dars al-awwal in kitab al-awwal. Even if you didn't notice that it happened, it was happening. And then when you got to a dars al-rabi', they said to you, qalamun al-qalamu, kitabun al-kitabu. And then they added something. They said, al-qalamu maksurun. Al-qalamu maksurun. So again, they taught you that mubtada is ma'rifah. They taught you that the mubtada is ma'rifah and that the khabar is nakirah. Okay, the people who didn't understand what I spoke about previously, is this up till now clear? That mubtada has to be ma'rifah and nakirah has to be, and khabar has to be nakirah? Okay, everyone clear? Mubtada is ma'rifah and khabar is nakirah. Okay, there was one particular person that hadn't understood the lesson and wanted me to reply. Okay, alhamdulillah, they've replied. That's nice. So now, based upon this, I want to take you to another situation, which is two sentences. Al-kitabu dhul suturi. As-sutur means lines. هذه سطور. ما هذه؟ هذه سطور. هذه سطور. Don't be upset with your family, my brother. Okay? We all have those issues. I had a very important meeting and my wife was screaming in the background. So please don't feel pressure. Don't go and get mad at your family. These things happen. They forget that you're sitting quietly in a room somewhere and your microphone is open to the world. Alhamdulillah, one thing is we don't know whose family it was, so you're safe. Problem when it comes from my mic, everyone knows it's me. May Allah give us sabr with our families. Al-Kitabu Dhus-Suturi. Now, because as-sutur has alif wa lam, that is what determines whether this is ma'rifah or nakirah. We know that this is ma'rifah because it has alif wa lam. But is this ma'rifah or is it nakirah? I'm going to ask B. Abdul Latif. Dhus suturi. Tell me one thing. Ma'rifah or nakirah? This question is specific to B. Abdul Latif. Ma'rifah or nakirah? Or I'm not sure, or I don't know.
Ma'rifah.
Okay. How do you know it's ma'rifah?
As-Suturi.
It's ma'rifah because the mudafun ilayhi has alif wal lam. Okay? B. Abdul Latif. Alif wal lam is on mudafun ilayhi. So now this whole combination is ma'rifah because of this alif wal lam. And because this is ma'rifah, this cannot be khabar. So this is the same as me saying Al-Baytul Jamilu, the beautiful house. And now you're waiting for someone to say, well, what about the beautiful house? You have to add something. You have to say something like Al-Kitabu Dhus-Suturi Ghalin. It's expensive. Okay? Is there a scenario that I can have dhu and something and the mudaf ilayhi as khabar? Yes. If it is nakira. I can say al-kitabu dhu suturin. The book has lines. Al-kitab is mubtada. Afwan. And dhu suturin is khabar. How does it qualify to be khabar?
Nakirah.
Because it's nakira. How do we know it's nakira?
Because there is no alif wal lam in sutur.
مضاف إليه is nakira.
Because there's no alif wa lam on the mudafun ilayhi. And it's nakira. And you know it's nakira because it's got tanween on it.
This is interesting.
Khalas? So now, let's get out of this page. Be Abdul Latif, did you get it or not? No harm if you don't get it. It's fine. But just for me to know whether you understood it or not. Coming back to a tamreen al-tasi', that it said, what did it say? Yes, so the last sentence, it means this book has lines. Yeah, the book has lines. So here. Look at these two examples. . I'm not sure, honey, if there's a change from has to with. That's a translation lesson. I haven't even thought on that level, and I don't want to take my thought away from this thing right now. The same train of thought, okay? Because that variation, the difference you're talking about in the question there, is a translation issue. Look at this. ذَلِكَ الرَّجُلُ. We know the answer is dhu because الرجل. Sahih. ذُو النَّظَّارَةِ. So all of this is mubtada, or basically it represents that. And mudiruna, this is the khabar, it's completing the sentence. Okay?
So Ustad, here ذَلِكَ is مبتدا and الرجل is also badal.
Yeah. I mean, again, I've realized that I don't want to go into that detail in this lesson.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that that section is the mubtada, that's the ma'rifah, and this section is the khabar.
صح.
Khalas? And look at here again. ذَلِكَ الْفَتَى in number 2. ذَلِكَ الْفَتَى ذُو الشَّعْرِ الطَّوِيلِ. All of this is the ma'rifah section. طَالِبٌ مِّنْ إِيرَانَ. No. طَالِبٌ مِّنْ إِيرَانَ. That is, he's a student from Iran. Okay. Now, I did number 2 in the book without pictures. Question 9 is different. Oh, it is it? Subhanallah. Well, that's important. That's important. In that case, I will have to quickly pull up those examples. Are they vastly different? I don't know. Just pause with me for a second. How are we doing for time, Mr. Muzammil? Just realized.
Yeah, I was
Carried away, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that, especially I think in Saudi and I think it's going to be iftar time, even in Dubai.
Yeah, going east. We still got another 45 minutes, but I think in probably India, Pakistan, those places, and that direction, iftar's probably already come in.
Yeah, for them, I think they have finished iftar. Okay, so I think let's maybe give it another 5 or 10 minutes to start, I think.
Yeah, we'll give it 5 minutes, but what I want to do right now is going to open the other book, because that's where the questions are. I didn't realize that there were 2 different versions. We may have to abandon this version after all. This Madeenah book. Madeenah book 2. Madeenah book 2. Where's it gone? Oh, here it is. PDF. Let me stop sharing that screen, and then I'll open this file. Okay. Now let me share this PDF. Where is it now? That's what I'll share. There it is. I think we'll go back to using this book to save trouble and save the confusion, inshallah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't look much different to me. After all that, it's the same. Man dhalika al-waladu. Okay, so what I explained to you guys was, who is it that was saying it's a different question? It's a different exercise. Let's make sure that. Fadl Akhi Zaid, you said it has 12 questions, but I can't see those 12 questions. Or is even this version different to the one that you have? Maybe the one that you have is even that one is the original. Zaid bin Imran, you with me? Oh, okay, so it's clear now. The online PDFs are different to the books that you have. Okay, alhamdulillah khair. Qadar Allah ma sha'a fa'al. I think what we're going to do, it's clear now. It's clear to everybody, inshallah, that dhu, when it appears in let's open that book again. The PDF that I have online over here is the same as the colored version that you have. The colored version is the same as the PDF. But there is another one that some of you may have that has different questions. So I'm going to open this one again for you just before we close to finalize this particular point. That I said to you in number 2, I chose number 2. I chose number 2 because it's not a question. ذلك الفتى ذو الشعر الطويل. That's the khabar. طالب من إيراني. And here ذلك الرجل ذو النظارة مديرنا. That's the khabar. But the other examples, you have questions. من ذلك الولد ذو القميص الأحمر. من ذلك الولد ذو القميص الأحمر. Now, the reason why this is okay is because ذلك الولد ذو القميص الأحمر, all of this is ma'rifah. What's missing? What's left?
khabar.
And in the question, it is man. So man is actually representing the khabar, and the khabar is in the answer. So من ذلك الولد ذو القميص الأحمر. You can say Khalidun. Yeah, Khalidun. And it's like you said, ذلك الولد ذو القميص الأحمر خالد. Okay? So it's fine if there's a question. لمن هذا الدفتر ذو الغلاف الجميل لخالد. That's the khabar. هذا الدفتر ذو الغلاف الجميل لخالد. So that is where the meaning is completed. Hope that's clear, inshallah. Afwan, we didn't manage to get into الدرس الثامن.
No, that's fine, Ustad. This was really beneficial, even though a very fundamental concept, but very beneficial.
Yeah.
Ustad, quick question here. You keep on saying kameez in ahmari, but here on the book it says kameez in ahmara. So can you please elaborate some?
Yeah, so it will be kameez in ahmari if al-ahmari.
But it's al-ahmar, alif lam comes, then it takes kasra, yeah? But then it's mamnu min as-sarf when it's not alif lam. So I can't see alif lam here. Kameez in, it just says kameez in ahmara.
Which one is it?
It's the question. Well, you have a different number in question. Yeah, that's it. Number
4. Man dhalika al-waladu dhul kameez al-ahmari.
So we have missing here alif lam. We have here man dhalika al-waladu dhu kameez ahmara, because there's no alif lam in my book.
Okay, I see it.
So I have to add that. Yes, correct.
Which is fine. No problem. Both of them are okay.
Okay.
قميص أحمر is okay. من ذلك الولد ذو قميص أحمر. Actually, in actual fact, that would complicate things. Meaning the discussion of ma'rifah and nakirah and which one is the khabar and stuff like that. الولد ذو القميص الأحمر ذو قميص أحمر. So basically, one of the things that we said. So my brother, it doesn't seem like there's a big difference. Probably in translation there is, in technicalities there is, but it's amounting to the same thing. The point here is that the khabar, this is the question that's coming from one of the participants, which is this word here, man, is it khabar? No, but it's representative of khabar in the answer to the question. The reason you can pose a question like this and it looks like you can't see the khabar is because the khabar is expected to come out in the answer. So the answer basically is huwa zamili or huwa or khalidun. So man, I'm not sure if I can officially say that the word man is khabar, because that's the question that's being asked. Is man khabar? I would say man is representative of khabar, and you see it in the answer. And this was one of the approaches that I used in book 1 when we were doing mudaf and ilayhi. I said to everyone, there was a question that came up. It said it was like this: Kitabu man hadha? Kitabu man hadha? I said to everyone, okay, well, kitabu, this is mudaf. And man, so I said, this is mudaf. So where's the mudaf ilayhi? Well, we decided that is man. I said, well, where is the kasra? And at that stage, we didn't know about mabni and stuff like that. So quite simply, we said that the kasra is in the answer. Because the answer is هذا كتاب خالد أو هذا كتاب الطالب, for example. So man, this word man, is representative of the mudaf ilayhi, meaning al-ism al-zahir. It's representative of something. It's a relative pronoun. In English, you call it a relative pronoun. Okay, I hope that's not too confusing. But this idea of mubtada and khabar and how where a sentence, it splits into two halves. At which point do you split it? That's important to understand. And in this exercise, it's very clearly shown in number 2 and also in number 5. ذلك الفتى ذو الشعر الطويل. Cut it there and say طالب من إيران. That's the that's the khabar. And here also, ذَلِكَ الرَّجُلُ ذُو النَّضَارَةِ, then the khabar is mudiruna. So Zaid, if you could message me privately, inshallah, and let's have a look at your book, send me a couple of images, and let's see where the confusion was with regards to that. We'll stop there, بإذن الله. والله أعلم وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. There is quite a lot of homework which is outstanding. So possibly, it's possible that some people haven't done it, and therefore I will not set any new homework this time. And just hope that you go back and do that homework again, inshallah, that you may not have done so far. So when you go to Google Classroom, you'll find a number of lessons, number of exercises that have been indicated. The exercise is not always there physically, a picture of it, but it tells you lesson 6, exercise 8, for example. Then you have to go to the book and do the exercise, and then do it in a notebook and send a clear picture.
Yeah, Ustad, we have a problem here, you know. This exercise which you are showing here is a different question in your book, and my book is subhanallah.
Okay.
In my book, question is saying adhul alif lam at-tarif wal kalimat alladhi takhtaha khat'an in the lazum, and your question is fill in the blanks.
I see. Allahu Akbar. That's what I was trying to work out. This.
Subhanallah.
So in any case, the discussion that we had today, it's all about your exercise. It's about in the lazum.
Yes, in the lazum where it's appropriate. Yes.
When it's appropriate. That is this going to be? Is it a part of the mubtada or is it a part of the khabar?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the examples I gave you here, they still help, and the explanation that I gave you, it's in order for you to be able to answer your questions in your book. I think you will be able to answer your questions now because you will recognize where is the mubtada and where is the khabar. Okay. So even if you have submitted that once, I think you can submit it again. Go ahead and do the exercise again, inshallah, and submit it, and let's see. Okay, guys.
Inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ustad, I have got the link of the color book. If you allow, I can share so that others can benefit the link.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind at all. I don't know about the copyright issues. It seems like it's open source, and if it's open source, then go ahead and share it. Jazakallah khair.
Yeah, it is open source.
Alhamdulillah. Please share it with all participants.
I shared in the chat box.
Okay, barakallah feek. Jazakallah khair for your patience and organizing this.
Barakallah feekum, Ustad. Quite benefited, and a very basic concept. It just goes on to show, how even such a small concept we tend to sometimes ignore, because I remember doing these exercises, ذَلِكَ الرَّجُلُ ذُو النَّضَارَةِ الْمُدِيرُ, etc. But we never think in detail about, okay, what is mubtada, what is khabar, what is mudaf, what is mudaf ilayhi, which is nakirah, which is ma'rifah.
No, you know what? But the thing is, the original book, the author who wrote the book, the untampered version, it's got his brain is on those pages. He knew exactly what he was doing, and the exercise that he was doing was in order to help people differentiate between what do you call this? Mubtada and khabar. When dhu is mudaf to ma'rifah, and when dhu is mudaf to a nakirah, when you're going to use it as a mubtada, when you're going to use it as a khabar. But this particular version that we have, the colored version, and the other PDF, somehow doesn't seem to reflect that.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see. Hopefully, Zaid will going to contact me, inshallah, and then we'll see what that maybe. I'm not sure if I have my very first book 1 original, and book 2 that I used. I've got a feeling that I have it on my shelf over here somewhere. Try and pull it out and see what it said.
Okay, mashallah. Jazakallah khair, Ustad.
حياكم الله. طيب, take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jazakallah khair.
Walaikum
Islam.
assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Inshallah, we'll close the class now, and I think I'm sure many of us are going to benefit from revising this. So the recording will be uploaded straight away on the website. So do get hold of the recording and revise the concept which have been mentioned here. And even then, if you have questions, you can always bring it for the next class, which will be on Monday, same time, inshallah. Monday, on at 5 o'clock UK, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock UK time, 5 o'clock Saudi time, inshallah. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum
Walaikum
assalam.
assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أخي